It was an amazing experience. I mean, as I say at the time, I thought, I didn't know what to think, to be honest with you. I really didn't know what to think. I think it was 2019, we went to the DR conference in Birmingham, and myself and our leadership team went away down there. And at the time, I had just been recovering from shingles. I had a really, really bad dose of shingles. In fact, I had been unable to do anything for about 6 weeks. But we had this arranged, so I was going, but to be honest with you, I really didn't want to go. And we got down to Birmingham and we booked into the hotel, we went to the conferences, and it was really uplifting, and you know, it was wonderful to be with people who were doing the same journey, and that was really, really exciting. But for me, a lot of it was in pain, and I wanted, you know, often when they would say, right, you go and do this, I was wanting, I'm going to go back to the hotel and lie down, and I wasn't fully engaged. And then one of the sessions was a prayer session, and it was about healing. And so they were up on the stage and they were praying over us, and they were asking us really just to submit ourselves to the Holy Spirit and allow the Holy Spirit just to work in us. And from memory, I think he talked about something, you know, just to ask the Holy Spirit to guide you. So there was I, standing there praying to the Holy Spirit and really telling the Holy Spirit his business. So I was asking for this and for that, and for the parish to be this, and the leadership team to be that, and all it was my list. So while all this is going on, my pain, it was all across here, was getting worse and worse and worse. And of course we were standing, and at one point I thought, I'm going to pass out here. And I really wanted to leave, but the problem was I was in the middle seat of the middle row, and so for me to leave in the midst of this prayer was going to upset the whole thing. So I was kind of standing there, and it just kind of suddenly occurred to me, and I thought, you know, I don't know what to ask her. You know what I need. Right now, you know I need this pain to stop. I need it. And it was probably the most honest prayer that I'd prayed in my life, because it was just like, it was almost like a surrender. It was like, I meet here, you know. And then really, almost suddenly, it just went away. It kind of disappeared. And I didn't know what this was about. I didn't know what was happening here. So the prayer finished, and we all went into our wee groups, and later on we were in the hotel, and one of the things that we did as a group when we got to the hotel was we went to the bar and we sat and we did a kind of debrief of the day. And I said, I don't want you to think that I've lost the plot here, but my shingles are away. And they kind of looked at me and, oh, that's great, you know, that's... And I said, no, they went away in the middle of that prayer service. So I described what I've just described to you today. I've never had a problem since, but it really, that moment really taught me a lesson about just really trusting the Holy Spirit, you know. And it was just it was almost like I give up. You know, I've tried to tell you what you need to do, you're not listening to me, so I give up. And at that point things changed, and that for me, I was healed of the shingles, but I think I was healed of a kind of arrogance before God, that I learned something that day about how I need to approach God.